So you've created a classroom and an assignment, and now we want to look at the various grading features that are available inside of Google. Otherwise, you would only be able to comment on student work. So let's go into our classwork page, click on an assignment to expand the details. From here, you can have quick access to the rubric that you created and edit it if you so desire, the template, which all the students will get a copy of, and then either by clicking Turned In, Assigned, or View Assignment, this will bring you to the same window that lists all the students off to the one-hand side with the ability to sort by their last name, first name, or the status of whether it is turned in or not. And then as well, over here, you can categorize by those that have been turned in, those that have not been turned in. And you can also access the folder which contains the assignments inside of Google Classroom or inside of Google Drive. From this window, you may also change the point value or mark it as ungraded if need be. Be prompted to update. You can also select specific students, and if any of these had a grade or had been started to be evaluated, the option to return that to those students is there, as well as to email selected students from Google Classroom. Clicking into any one of these assignments will give me my grading options within the assignment. Once the new window opens, the title of the assignment is at the top, the student that you are working on. You can select the drop-down menu to move to any other student inside of the assignment. And using these arrows also would move you forward and backward in selecting different students as you are evaluating work. To the top right, if a student or whether or not a student has turned it in, you have the option to return an assignment to students. And this means that any comments that you had left, any of the grading that you have done, would return that assignment back to them, assuming that they had turned it into you. They would have the ability to see all of those comments. Otherwise, if a student turns an assignment in, they don't have the ability to see comments. They don't have the ability to edit unless they unsubmit or the assignment is returned to them. And there's a record of all unsubmissions as well as any returns that are done on an assignment. The first thing that we see over here is a list of the files. You can upload multiple documents and items to a full assignment. So if something has multiple parts to it, you can navigate between those items. Additionally, if you had set up a rubric, this button right here brings us to our grading page where you can assign an overall score. You can select items on a rubric. You have the ability to drop down and see what each of the different rubric items says. And as well, you can also just click in here if you know what those mean. You have the ability to leave additional comments that the students will see. And of course, you have the ability to modify your comment bank. And anything that's inside of here again, is I leave comments by selecting items, text. If I start typing and any of what I have typing contains one of the words from many of my comments in my comment banks, I'll have easy access to that. So if I type in MLA, I get my check MLA formatting, and this helps save me time. You have another option here next to return. Return this submission, and then return multiple submissions. So again, there are the potential for multiple files inside of one assignment. So you could return them all or return just one single file within an assignment. And those are the standard grading tools for Google Classroom. So you'll see now I have a score there. It says draft because it has not yet been returned to a student. I can still adjust the score from here, and in clicking on that one student, I can see whatever it might have been that I was putting on the rubric for that student, which in this case I had cleared the item that I had left, quick access to the document again, whether or not it's been returned, and any of the private comments related to that document. That is the basics of Google Classroom grading tools.